Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. I got a little project going on today and I figured I'd show you guys what I'm up to. I was telling my neighbor the other day that I am in way too many Facebook groups, and the good comes with the bad. You learn quite a bit from people on Facebook, but also the other thing that it gives you is a lot of worries with all the issues and the negative stuff that gets posted. So we're gonna take some of that and turn it into a little bit of learning. Today, what I did is I pressurized the entire camper, and this is, by the way, our Imagine 2800 BH Grand Design. What I did is in my house, I staged the camper and I pressurized everything, put water, and flushed all the hoses and all the water outlets. Obviously, I let all the faucets inside open, let them flush out all the air, and as well as the spray port. So if you can see, there's a little bit of water through there, and I hate to deal with this quick connects, by the way, but you got to do what you got to do. And I'll show you the same in the back. Now let me turn on flashing here so that I can show you. The idea of doing this today is so that we can inspect for leaks, because I've seen way too many people recently showing leaks in their campers. So this is the water heater, and what I'm doing is after I pressurize, everything is full of water right now, I'm checking all these points for moisture. Okay, keep checking over here, and this is sort of like a mini PDI. You can do this every season or every 6 months or so. It doesn't take that long. You just take the cover of the water heater off. Another problematic point, let me see if I can get comfortable to get in there, is this guy back here, the spray port. That spray port in the back has a really bad reputation, especially in these Grand Designs, because this is a solid point in the back. Obviously, it doesn't have a lot of wiggle room, and this moves when you're driving on the road. So being that it's plastic and sometimes it's not sitting properly in this flexible mount or in this swivel mount, it'll actually crack through here, and then you will see some moisture. As you can see, I dropped a little towel down there just to see if I can find some moisture. That's actually, don't worry about it, that was just a little bit of antifreeze from the winter icing that they did before the trailer was delivered. Right now I don't have any moisture, and then I'll show you what I'm doing in the pass-through storage as well. For the pass-through, I'm doing something very similar. So I opened up the utility center, if you will, and then I'm checking for leaks and things like that. So as you can see, I got my water inlet here. This is connected to my house, so I don't have I'm in a well, so my house is always set at 60 psi through my bladder tanks, so I don't have to worry about pressure causing an issue to the camper. And then I also have a whole house very robust water filtration system, so I'm good and set there. I already flushed water through my outdoor shower, especially the hot one. That hot water line comes all the way through the back of the camper. You're not going to be able to see it through here, but this goes all the way through the underbelly to the back of the camper, where it gets connected to the water heater return lines. So you want to flush this one, because this one's especially tricky. It doesn't get used that often unless you're using your outdoor shower in hot a lot. So you want to make sure that you put water through it, suck all the air out of it, and then inspect for moisture. As you can see, there's a lot of piping in here, a lot of tees and things like that. There's the mixer for the outdoor shower. This is the water inlet, and then there's a splitter here where it goes into the indoor faucet, and then there's a couple big water lines. I'm assuming one goes to the front of the unit, to the kitchen most likely, and then one goes to the bathroom, and so forth. Another thing I've been doing is checking just the regular stuff, the air conditioning, and let's go inside the camper to show you real quick. All right, welcome. Excuse the mess. This is our third trip of the year, so we got a couple things in here. I got my TPMS screen charging in there and things like that. Like I was saying, one thing that I've been doing is turning on the appliances and checking things. I already checked the microwave. I got the fridge turned on, and I want to make sure it's cool to the touch. It's been like half an hour. We gotta give it a little bit. They're not that fast, not that quick. One of the things we're doing is checking for hot water and cold water. Like I said, excuse the mess. We just emptied that faucet there so that I can check behind where the water heater is at. I can't show you that right now because I gotta pull that faucet out. But you get the idea of what we're doing. So we're checking everything. I gotta empty this place out of all the water. We're checking everything just to make sure there's no moisture. We got this guy in here just to protect from any moisture that could potentially happen. We're checking every single area where there's a connection that we can see. Right? There's one here for the faucet for the kitchen. We can check all these for issues, and the same thing you can do for the rest of the plumbing. Another one that I'm going to check is the bathroom faucet, especially this one because I changed it not so long ago, and I want to make sure that we're looking good here. And you get the general idea, right? You get the gist of it. We're checking, making sure that things are operating properly, especially when it comes to water, right? Water is extremely dangerous for the RV, right? This is constructed out of wood, and water is not your friend. Mold can cause a lot of issues, and we want to make sure that we take care of that, or we detect it as soon as we can. So hopefully this helps. I've seen a lot. Obviously, some of these things could happen anytime, and you may not be able to find the problem in advance. But this one of these things that you can do for preventive maintenance. Another thing I'm doing today is also applying some caulk and sealant in some places, and this is 3 months in the season. So, at least once or twice a year, check your seals, check your roof, make sure everything is intact. Then again, keep harping on this. Water's not your friend. Just make sure that those things are checked in advance, because I've seen some horror stories. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.